Hello She's and He for She. Thank you for joining me on Facebook Live. Welcome to the She Network Facebook page. My name is Joy Leng. I'm the founder of She Network. She Network is a women networking platform designed to support women to use their innate strengths to empower others and themselves while living engaged and flourishing lives. Together with my co-founder Laura, we wish to support women in this pandemic with a series of activities and initiatives so that She is Strong is the first initiative. I'm a positive leadership coach, and my clients and students, they call me superpower activator. So this is what I specialize in. One of the main strengths assessment tool that I use is offering the basic strengths assessment for free in the month of April as a source of support in this pandemic. So I feel compelled to take advantage of this great chance for our She's to take the strengths assessment, to be equipped with their strengths, to support themselves and their families in this crisis, and to support their strengths journey with my expertise. So how are you going to be benefited from this She is Strong initiative, and what do you need to do? Firstly, from now till the 30th of May, join us on our daily Facebook Live at GMT plus 8 Malaysian 8 p.m. on She Network Facebook page. I will share research findings about women's realized and unrealized strength, learned behavior and weaknesses. This would be useful information for you to meditate about your own strengths as compared with other women. Secondly, send us a message on this page and request for a link for the free strengths assessment. Do your assessment before the 30th April. Thirdly, go to the events tab on She Network Facebook page and look for the event Free Scientific Strengths Assessment and Debrief session on the 30th of April and select going. Fourthly, support other women by inviting them to join and do the same. Watch our Facebook Live, do the assessment and attend the Strengths Debrief session on 30th of April. We will finish off this She is Strong series on 30th April with this event. Fifth, attend the Strengths Debrief on 30th April with your strengths report ready on hand. Gain deeper insights and commit to inspired action. Last but definitely not least, act on your committed action. So let's get started. Today I want to explain to you briefly what is Strengths Profile about and their model of development, which is represented in a 4-quadrant format, which you can see over here. So for a more detailed session about the Strengths Profile, you can visit our Super Pack with Joy Method Facebook page and check out yesterday's Facebook Live where we already covered in depth with more detail about Strengths Profile. We will also upload that soon on our Super Pack Joy Leng YouTube channel and on Strengths and Joy podcast on Spotify and Anchor FM. So there's lots of ways for you to get more resources. Now, Strengths Profile was launched in 2009 with the vision of creating a richer tool that captures the uniqueness of people. It has measured 60 most prevalent strengths across over 300,000 interviews. Its model of development has 4 quadrants to give it a more greater holistic approach that measures performance, energy, and use. So you are encouraged to retake this strengths assessment every 6 to 12 months to see what have changed. When you take this strengths assessment, it will review your realized and unrealized strength, learned behavior and weaknesses. The goal is to help you to maximize your result and take action towards your goal. So I am an accredited Strengths Profile coach, and I'm very happy and excited to support our She's Strengths journey with this strengths assessment. So what is a strength? In the Strengths Profile, a strength is measured by 3 components: performance, energy, and use. Performance is how well you perform when you use this strength. Energy is how energized you are when you use this strength, and use is how often you use this strength. Performance, energy, and use. So why strengths? Why focus on strengths? Research have shown that when people use their strengths more, they are happier, they are more confident, they have higher level of self-esteem, they have higher level of energy and vitality, they experience less stress, they are more resilient, and they are more likely to achieve their goals. They perform better at work, they are more engaged at work, and they are more effective in developing themselves and growing as individuals. So strengths profile is used by prominent organizations such as like HSBC, BBC, Standard Chartered, PwC, Aikins, and Thomson Reuters, and so on. So what you will get for free in the month of April is the basic assessment, and it is called the intro profile, and it looks like this. So this is the 4 quadrants. So strengths profile measures 60 prevalent strengths, which you can see over here. The intro profiles will reveal to you your top 7 realized strengths, top 7 unrealized strengths, your top 4 learned behavior, and your top 3 weaknesses. So it also gives a description and practical advice on each of the items depending on where these strengths fall on your strengths assessment. So this is excellent for self-awareness and discovery, especially in a pandemic like this. You want to tap on your natural inner resources. So what is also available is the expert profile. The expert profile reveals all 60 strengths, where it lands on the strengths assessment, and where it lands on the quadrants as well. So it reveals all 60 strengths, and it has practical advice for each, and again it depends on where it falls on the quadrant. The expert profile also have the 5 strengths families of being, communicating, motivating, relating, and thinking, to help you to discover the patterns that exist within your strengths. So the expert profile is way more in-depth. It is ideal for deeper insights, coaching, team development. So that is the expert profile, but the profile that is free in the month of April is the intro profile. So I'll give you an overview of the strengths profile and its model of development, which is the 4 quadrant. It has been developed to help you to focus actions within each quadrant. So the strengths profile measures the 60 strengths across performance, energy, and use. It collates this data to give you the 4 quadrant that you can see in your assessment. So let's talk a bit about realized strengths. Now, realized strengths are the activity that you perform well in, and you have a lot of energy when you do it. You love to do it, and you also have opportunity to do it often, so they feel quite like you. For learned behavior, now these are activities that you also perform well, but you do not have as much energy when you do it as compared to your realized strength. So here you want to use your learned behavior only when it's necessary, because it's not very energizing for you. In fact, using too much of your learned behavior can be draining, and you can suffer burnout. Weaknesses. So here is the bar of weaknesses, right? So most people are very uncomfortable when it comes to this quadrant. This quadrant is really sensitive, and it's really very normal. Like, I get this all the time with my clients and my students, because we don't want to talk about what we're not good at. It can be de-energizing, and in fact it can make us feel very small. Now, these are things that you clearly don't perform well. You don't have energy when you do it as well, and your usage varies depending on your personal context. Now, fixing your weaknesses is probably not going to help to increase your performance, so we will spend more time focusing on your strengths. However, we also want to explore if there's anything in this weakness quadrant that is impacting your personal performance or level of well-being or your relationship with other people. If that is the case, then you want to address it. So the goal for weaknesses is we want to use it less. We will address the challenges of your weaknesses if necessary, using the lens of strength. So we've come to the most exciting part, our hidden treasure, our secret superpowers. So That's the unrealized strength. Now, these are things that you perform well and you enjoy it a lot, but you're not getting an opportunity to use it much in your current context. So these are your secret superpowers, and you want to tap on it to give you the extra edge for well-being and productivity that is unavailable to you in the past because you had no idea. So the need to show up as your strongest self has never been more urgent than in this pandemic. Tapping on your unrealized strength is one of the way to do that. So you want to digest this quadrant when you do your strengths assessment and go deep with it. So I love this assessment. It has so much depth and it is so rich in powerful personal information that you can use in all areas of your life. So this is really a potent self-development tool. So as mentioned earlier, what is also available is the expert profile, and the expert profile looks like this. Okay, so the expert profile, it will give you like all the 60 strengths. You will see where exactly it lands on your 4 quadrant. So it's way more in-depth versus the intro profile, where it only tells you your top 7 realized, top 7 unrealized, top 4 learned behavior, and top 3. So what is not among your top in the quadrant, you will have no idea where it's placed unless you do the expert profile. Okay, so I also want to highlight to our dear she's and he for she that besides your prevalent strength that is measured in the strengths profile, we all also have our character strengths. So you also want to tap on your character strengths. Do what is a natural inherent resources for you, tap on it. We have touched on it in the last Super Monday in the Super Pack with Joy Method Facebook page, but you can catch it as well about character strengths. You can catch it on the Strengths and Joy podcast. Episode 6 is on character strengths. You can catch it on Anchor FM and Spotify. I have also talked about being your strongest self, using your strengths in an interview on Being a Happy Mom Facebook page. It is also available in the Strengths and Joy podcast. It is episode 7. Okay, so listen to it, check it out. So just some personal sharing about my own experience in training people in strengths. One of my most favorite experience in strengths training was training this MNC sales team that was based in Singapore. It was a full day of strengths training for this team of 14. So they dive deep into their own strengths and the strengths of their teammates, character strengths and prevalent strengths. So it was a day filled with experiential exercises, bonding, discussion, and personal sharing. So we also played a superpower strengths game that I have developed. It was a fun day for everyone. So at the end of the day, we had a debrief session where the participants had to share what was their biggest takeaway, what is the one colleague that they want to acknowledge their strengths for, and what is the one action that they're going to take moving forward. So it was a deep bonding time where some became emotional. 2 of the ladies caught me off guard when they cried when it was their turn to share. So they felt safe enough after a whole day of immersing in strengths discovery with their teammates to let their guard down. So one of them was amazed at the strengths that she never knew she possessed. She confessed that it was an extremely stressful last few months at work for her, and she kept it all inside. Sounds familiar? So after the whole day of strength training, she then realized that which were the strengths that had kept her going during this period, and that self-awareness moved her to tears. And because of that, she wasn't the only one in tears. So this is why I'm so passionate about supporting other people in their strengths journey. It has changed my life for the better, and I have it's really humbling to witness the same, witnessing my clients' transformation to as they embark in their own strengths development journey. And this is why I love, and I also love how I always learn something new when I support other people in their strengths development. So because of all of this, I really want our she to be supported by their discovery of their own strengths as well. when you lead a strengths-based life, you have the confidence that you never have before, because you know yourself and you know your strongest self, you know your best self clearly. And so I wish that you would do the same for yourself. Discover what is your strength, especially now that everyone is asked to stay home. It has been very stressful for many women, because suddenly we are all 24/7 mothers, wife, lover, daughter-in-law, employer or employee. It's always has been like, it's almost like there is no end point, and all the lines are blurred and have overlapped. So please support yourself in this stressful period by discovering what are your strengths and be supported by your inner resources. Mothers, this is a great uplifting activity to do as well, together with your family. So join me and empower your family with a fun and meaningful activity. So we've come to the end of our chat about the strengths profile. So let's summarize what we have covered so far. Strengths profile will reveal to you your realized and unrealized strength, learned behavior, and weaknesses. Strengths is measured by 3 components: performance, energy, and use. Research have shown that people who use their strengths are happier, more confident, more resilient, and are more engaged at work and have higher self-esteem, energy, and vitality. Your realized strength is the activity that you perform well at, you have energy, and you have lots of opportunity to use it. Your learned behavior are activities that you still perform well in, but you do not have as much energy, and the use of it can vary depending on your context. Weaknesses are things that you don't perform well in, you don't have energy for it, and again, the use can vary. Unrealized strengths are the things that you perform well in, you enjoy it, but you're not getting much of an opportunity to use it currently. So from now on, for all the Facebook Live that we're going to do for this She Is Strong series, bring a toilet roll and a marker if you can. For all the trouble that you have taken and the long queues that you have suffered for your toilet paper, you might as well use the toilet roll for your self-empowerment. So let's support Mother Nature and recycle whatever we can. So join me for every Facebook Live with a toilet roll and a marker. Okay, so that's all I have for you for this Facebook Live. Thank you for showing up, and congratulations, dear She, for showing up for yourself, for your well-being. So give yourself a pat on the back. So remain superpowered for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. Okay, remember to share this free Be Well resource with others. Let's support others' well-being. So now, before we sign off, now remember to drop us a message on for the link for your free assessment. Join me tomorrow at the same time, where I will share more about what the research has discovered about women realized strengths. Remember to look for the event on the She Network Facebook page. Free scientific strengths assessment and debrief session on the 30th of April, and click going and share this with other women. Okay, so remember, she is strong and you are she. This is Joy signing off. See you tomorrow. Be safe and be well.